The Seal of Orichalcos! Enter dramatic music, and welcome to TeemTHE's Archetype discussion episode number 2. This one will be covering an evil power that was used to corrupt other beings and force them to fight against their will. And no, I am not talking about the Seal of Orichalcos, since we have no other cards to go with this card. So, the other only archetype that relates to that is the Evilswarm archetype. So let's get going. The Evilswarm archetype just debuted in Duel Terminal 7 and will be legal when we get Hidden Arsenal 7. Whenever Konami decides to post a release date on Hidden Arsenal 7, that's when we can play them legally. But for now, we can play Duel Terminal versions, which look very much nicer than Secrets. I'm not sure if you can see it, but yeah. Evilswarms. Evilswarms are the remains of the Steel Swarm virus that exploded in the Duel Terminal world and then went on to corrupt other archetypes that lived there. Like, for example, we have corrupted Lavals, corrupted Naturias, Gishki, Gusto, and Gem Knights, along with other archetypes. Like their Exceed monsters are other archetypes too, but I'll cover the Exceeds when I get to them. And the one here that I don't have is a corrupted Dragoon monster, which is Evilswarm Zahak. And I will post him in the video description so you can look him up and see what he does. But for now, let's get on to the ones that I do have on the Orichalcos game board. First, I have Evilswarm O-Lantern. Evilswarm O-Lantern is your monster destruction. He tributes himself to destroy a monster that's face up on the field. And there you go. A threat has been taken care of. Evilswarm Mandragora is your Cyber Dragon, TG Striker, Unknown Synchron kind of guy. But you can only special him when your opponent has more monsters than you. That's a very good effect. And, yeah, that's enough about Mandragora. I think he's useful. Evilswarm Ketos is your spell and trap destruction, so he's the opposite of O-Lantern. So, yeah, it was one or two of him. So I think he's good. Now, my favorite Evilswarm monster right now is Evilswarm Razvelg. The reason why he's one of my favorites is because he has 1850 defense. He's pretty big. He has a big body, so when he's set, they attack him, boom. His effect triggers, you get a compulsory evacuation device, a spell, trap, or monster on the field that's face up. That's really good. Plus he sticks around, since the only thing that can run him over are cards above 1900. So, yeah. All Evilswarm monsters are also dark and level 4, which helps into exceeding and generic dark support. So, yeah. These are all the effect monsters that we have. Now we have Evilswarm Heliotrope. Heliotrope is your out to Thunder King. 1950 attack, the biggest and the oddest of a normal monster. And, yeah, he basically tells Thunder King to suck it. Basically, he kills it and allows you to search off with your spell or trap cards after that. And he's level 4 and dark like all the other monsters. But he's a normal monster, so that means we can play the very cute and adorable Rescue Rabbit. And Rescue Rabbit will give us access to Exceeds and other stuff in like turn 1. But since it's been semi-limited, the power is kind of less. But we immediate that by using other cards like the other Evilswarms. So basically you can go Special Mandragora and I guess normal summon Heliotrope, and then boom, you have an Exceed right there. So it's a twist. And with Rescue Rabbit, you can also combine this deck into a semi-Dino Rabbit kind of thing. I call it Evil Bunny, which you would play 3 Heliotrope and 3 Sabersaurus, since they're both big attacking monsters. And since the Sabersauruses gives us access to Lagi and Dolka, that's already a plus from there. So when I get Rescue Rabbits, since they're coming out of the tin, I will post a variant, my version of Evil Bunny. So stay on the lookout for that. Now I will go ahead and talk about the Exceed monsters. Like before, the Exceed monsters are also fallen Duel Terminal archetypes. And I wonder which ones the virus corrupted. The first one corrupted corrupted Double X Saber Bogart Knight. Bogart Knight is one of the key monsters in X Sabers. And he became Evilswarm Nightmare. Now look at that. This guy looks pretty freaking cool. Now I'll read his effect. When your opponent special summons a monster, you can detach one material from this card, change that special summon monster to face down defense position, and his requirement is 2 level 4 dark monsters. So he is generic for other dark archetypes like Infernity, Dark World, and Inzektor. So he's viable in those decks as well. And his effect's really good because it stuns the opponent into playing big monsters with high attack but low defense. Especially since he's going to be sitting in defense mode. And with 1950 defense, he's going to stay around for a while. So that's enough about Evilswarm Nightmare. Now the next Exceed monster is ironic. Especially since one of our favorite level 6 Synchro monsters got forbidden this September. And he became corrupted. That is none other than Brionac, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Now, Brionac is a powerhouse on its own. Like, he was around for who knows how long, and they finally decided to ban him. I'm sad, but, you know, I guess it had to happen. Enough about me remembering Brionac. But he gets corrupted and becomes Evilswarm Bahamut, or Bahamut, however you want to call him. Just by looking at him, you're probably like, he's probably like a wannabe Brionac, you know, not as good as the original. Well, that is true, but he takes on a different effect than the pure Brionac. Evilswarm Bahamut, I'll read them right now. Once per turn, you can detach one material from this card to target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Discard one Evilswarm monster, and if you do, take control of that opponent's monster. That is a brainwashing effect. Like the pun, it was lame. And his requirements are just 2 level 4 Evilswarm monsters. So Bahamut can be overlaid or accessed by using Evil Swarms or Steel Swarms, which is pretty cool because you can make a hybrid between them. I haven't researched Steel Swarm, but I think Evil Swarm is the way to go. And unlike the other brainwasher we have in the game that is being played right now, that is number 11, Big Eye. Big Eye has a downfall. When Big Eye takes a monster, Big Eye can't attack. So you lose out on 2600 attack just because you decided to steal something. Now Bahamut, you can attack with Bahamut and the monster you stole. So that's already good. Plus, he's accessible by just, let's say, the Mandragora combo with any other monster. And the Rescue Rabbit. The Rescue Rabbit is probably my favorite way to get him out. You just go Rescue Rabbit, get out your vanillas, and then you exceed into Bahamut. Now, if you drew into the other normal monster, you can pitch it and take a monster your opponent controls. So that's pretty cool. And, yeah. Some of the shenanigans that Bahamut can pull off. Now, this has been the Archetype discussion / preview on the Evilswarms that have just been released in Dual Terminal 7. So, thumbs up this video, comment down below, like it, like our Facebook page to give us more feedback, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos to come. And as always, this is TeemTHE, and we're out.